Many people believe losing strength is simply part of getting older, something you are supposed to accept after 75. Maybe standing up from the sofa takes more effort than it used to. Maybe your legs feel shaky on the stairs, or carrying grocery bags now seems much harder than it did a few years ago. But there is something important that rarely gets explained clearly. Aging is not always the only reason. According to healthy aging experts, once you move past 75, your muscles become much more vulnerable to decline. Problems like slower protein absorption, low appetite, chronic inflammation, weaker digestion, reduced circulation, and slower overnight recovery become far more common. What makes this so concerning is that much of the damage happens quietly. During the night, when your body should be repairing itself, muscle tissue may actually break down faster than it rebuilds. Over time, the fibers responsible for balance, strength, walking speed, and independence can gradually shrink. Most people do not realize how much muscle they have lost until everyday tasks begin to feel surprisingly difficult. One question I hear all the time is this: why am I getting weaker even when I try to eat better? And is there a natural way to support strength without relying completely on powders, processed shakes, or expensive supplements? The truth is that many common approaches focus mostly on total protein grams. But in older adults, the real problem is often not just how much protein you eat, it is how efficiently your body can use it. Researchers have known for years that age-related muscle loss often begins deep inside the metabolism, long before someone looks frail on the outside. Oxidative stress, low-grade inflammation, insulin resistance, poor blood flow, and weaker amino acid signaling all play a role. And these processes are often especially active at night, when the body should be restoring lean tissue. The encouraging news is that newer research has identified something surprisingly simple. Certain seeds contain a powerful mix of plant protein, healthy fats, minerals, and protective compounds that may help support muscle recovery, improve nutrient delivery, and help older muscles respond better after meals. In other words, there may be natural ways to support strength while you sleep. Even more surprising, the top seed on today's list has been valued for centuries and contains a unique nutritional profile that may help older adults preserve lean mass better than many people expect from a basic food. I'm Dr. Sophia, and for years I've worked with older adults searching for evidence-based ways to protect strength, mobility, and independence alongside conventional medical care. Today, I'll share 7 seeds that research suggests may support muscle health after 75 and explain how to use them correctly. Before we begin, let me know where you're watching from. Leave your city or country in the comments. We're building a community of people who refuse to believe weakness is simply unavoidable. And a quick reminder, everything discussed here is educational and should not replace professional medical advice. If you are losing weight unintentionally, struggling to chew or swallow, or dealing with kidney disease or other major health conditions, please speak with a qualified healthcare professional before changing your diet, supplements, or daily routine. Now let's begin with number 7, sunflower seeds. They are common, affordable, and easy to overlook in the grocery store. But sunflower seeds offer meaningful support for aging muscles. As we get older, muscle cells become more sensitive to oxidative stress. Recovery slows down. Soreness can linger longer. Even a simple walk or light exercise session may leave you feeling drained the next day. That is not always just aging. It often reflects ongoing cellular stress. Sunflower seeds provide vitamin E, selenium, magnesium, healthy fats, and a moderate amount of protein, nutrients that muscle researchers frequently study for their role in protecting cell membranes, limiting oxidative damage, and supporting communication between nerves and muscles. They may also help with fullness, which matters because many adults over 75 simply do not eat enough overall. A simple strategy is to enjoy 2 tablespoons of unsalted sunflower seeds in the evening, perhaps with a sliced apple or mixed into plain oats. And here is one detail many people miss. Skip the heavily salted versions. Too much sodium can increase fluid retention and raise blood pressure, which can work against good recovery. Coming in at number 6 is sesame. If your muscles feel weak even though you seem to be eating enough food, this may be especially interesting. One hidden problem after 75 is that poor mineral intake can interfere with muscle contraction, nerve signaling, and tissue repair. Sesame seeds may help support that foundation. These tiny seeds contain calcium, magnesium, copper, zinc, iron, lignans, and useful amounts of methionine, an amino acid that can complement other plant proteins when foods are combined properly. Researchers have repeatedly observed that older adults with stronger magnesium and zinc status tend to perform better on grip strength and mobility tests. Sesame is not flashy, but it can be deeply useful. The easiest way to use it is 1 to 2 tablespoons of ground sesame or tahini in the evening, stirred into warm vegetables, soup, or spread lightly on whole grain toast. And here is another easy to miss detail. Whole sesame seeds are nutritious, but many pass through the digestive tract partly undigested. Grinding them or using tahini can make those nutrients easier to absorb. At number 5, we have pumpkin seeds, one of the best known seeds for good reason. If you struggle with nighttime leg cramps, restless legs, or a heavy tired feeling in your muscles by the end of the day, pumpkin seeds deserve attention. One of the main issues they may help address is low magnesium combined with age-related decline in protein use. Pumpkin seeds provide magnesium, zinc, iron, healthy fats, and a useful amount of plant protein. They also contain tryptophan, which may indirectly support better sleep. That matters because deep sleep is one of the most important times for repair. Several observational studies have linked higher magnesium intake with better muscle performance, lower frailty risk, and improved physical function in older adults. Zinc also plays an important role in tissue repair, appetite regulation, and immune balance. The serving suggestion is simple. Try 3 tablespoons of unsalted pumpkin seeds in the evening, or blend them into a softer spread if chewing is difficult. One extra tip: lightly soaking or roasting them may make them easier on digestion, which can make consistency much easier over time. Number 4 is hemp seed, a food many people still overlook. What makes hemp especially interesting is that it offers a softer texture and a more complete protein profile than most seeds. If you often feel that protein-rich foods sit heavily in your stomach, hemp hearts may be one of the easiest options to use regularly. One major challenge after 75 is something called anabolic resistance. That means the body becomes less responsive to the signal that tells muscles to rebuild after a meal. Hemp seeds provide all 9 essential amino acids, including leucine, the amino acid most closely tied to muscle protein synthesis. They also contain omega-3 and omega-6 fats in a helpful balance, along with magnesium and iron. Hemp alone is not a miracle food, but it can fit extremely well into a muscle support routine. A practical serving is 3 tablespoons of shelled hemp seeds added to soup, oatmeal, mashed vegetables, or yogurt if dairy works for you. Because they are soft, they can be easier for older adults to chew. And unlike many protein powders, they can be added to real food without making a meal feel artificial. Now let's move to number 3, flaxseed. This one surprises people because they usually associate it with digestion, not strength. But if you often feel stiff, inflamed, or unusually slow to recover after walking, exercise, or even a busy day at home, flax may deserve a place in your routine. One problem flax may help address is chronic inflammation, which can quietly make it harder for the body to preserve lean tissue as the years go by. Flaxseed provides alpha-linolenic acid, fiber, lignans, and small amounts of protein and minerals. While it does not provide as much protein as hemp or pumpkin, its anti-inflammatory profile may help create a healthier internal environment for muscle maintenance. Research has repeatedly linked omega-3 rich eating patterns with better physical function and lower frailty risk in older adults. The key detail here matters. Use ground flaxseed, not whole flaxseed. Whole seeds often pass through the body without releasing much of their nutritional value. A simple method is 1 tablespoon stirred into warm cereal, applesauce, or a smoothie in the late afternoon or evening. And if you take medications, leave some space because flax fiber can affect absorption. At number 2 are chia seeds, another ancient food with benefits that go far beyond what most people expect. These tiny seeds absorb liquid and form a soft gel, which can make them especially useful for older adults who need gentler foods or who do not drink enough water during the day. One of the hidden problems chia may help address is the combination of low hydration, low fiber, and unstable energy that leaves many people undernourished even when they believe they are eating enough. Chia provides fiber, omega-3 fats, calcium, magnesium, antioxidants, and modest protein. More importantly, when chia is used in a balanced snack, it can help create steadier energy and better fullness, making it easier to meet nutritional needs without feeling weighed down. Some research blood sugar balance, which matters because poor glucose control can speed up muscle loss over time. The easiest method is to soak 1 to 2 tablespoons in water or milk until fully softened, then combine them with cinnamon, berries, or a spoonful of nut butter. One warning matters here. Do not swallow dry chia by the spoonful. They need liquid to expand safely. And finally, we arrive at number 1, the ancient seed that surprises almost everyone, amaranth. It is not as famous as quinoa, it is not as trendy as chia, and it is certainly not marketed as aggressively as protein powders. Yet when used correctly, amaranth may help address one of the most overlooked drivers of weakness after 75, the body's declining ability to turn food into usable muscle. Amaranth is technically a seed, although many people cook it like a grain. It contains more protein than many common cereals and provides lysine, magnesium, iron, phosphorus, manganese, and protective plant compounds that may help calm oxidative stress. That matters because lysine is often limited in plant-based diets, yet it plays an important role in tissue repair and protein balance. Emerging nutrition research suggests that older adults benefit not only from more protein, but from better protein quality, easier digestibility, and the minerals that help muscles respond to that protein. Amaranth supports all three. Here is why that matters so much. Many high-protein foods are difficult for older adults to chew, expensive to buy consistently, or simply too heavy to tolerate in the evening. Amaranth can be cooked into a warm porridge, added to soups, or paired with lentils or beans for a stronger amino acid pattern. It also contains naturally occurring compounds that may help reduce oxidative stress, one of the silent processes linked to muscle aging. In small studies involving older adults at risk of frailty, eating patterns that emphasize diverse plant proteins, minerals, and anti-inflammatory foods were associated with better walking speed, stronger chair riseability, and improved physical resilience. Amaranth was not the only food in those studies, but it fits the same science-based pattern beautifully. The recommendation is simple. Cook about half a cup of amaranth and enjoy it in the evening with olive oil, soft vegetables, or a modest serving of legumes. 2 details matter. First, rinse it before cooking to improve flavor. Second, cook it until soft, not chewy. You want nourishment that is easy to digest, easy to eat, and easy to repeat consistently. There is another reason this matters. After 75, strength is not only about muscle size. It is also about confidence, stability, and how safely you move through your day. When people start feeling weaker, they often become less active. They walk less. They carry less. They avoid stairs. They stop doing the little things that once kept their muscles alive. That creates a dangerous cycle. Less movement leads to more weakness, and more weakness leads to even less movement. This is why small, repeatable nutrition habits can be so powerful. They do not need to feel extreme to be effective. A seed that is easy to digest, simple to prepare, and pleasant to eat has a much better chance of becoming part of your real routine. And real routine is where long-term results usually come from. Another point many people overlook is that muscle loss is not only physical. It affects mood, motivation, and independence. When the body feels unreliable, confidence often shrinks with it. People may stop going out, stop traveling, or stop participating in family activities because they worry they will not have the energy or stability to keep up. Supporting muscle health is not just about looking stronger. It is about protecting the life around that strength. The ability to get out of bed easily, the ability to step into the shower safely, the ability to stand in the kitchen, prepare a meal, lift a bag, or enjoy a walk without fear. These are not small things. They are the foundation of independence. And often, protecting that foundation starts with small choices repeated day after day. Before we finish, there are 5 important rules that can make a bigger difference than many people realize. Without them, you could eat every seed on this list and still miss much of the benefit. Rule number 1, do not rely on seeds alone. Seeds are powerful helpers, but muscle is built through a larger pattern that includes enough calories, enough total protein, regular movement, and true recovery. Think support, not magic. Rule number 2, give your muscles a reason to use those nutrients. Even light resistance, such as sit-to-stands, wall push-ups, or slow step-ups, sends a signal that tells the body where to invest repair. Without movement, the rebuilding message is weaker. Rule number 3, spread protein across the day. Many older adults eat very little in the morning, some at lunch, and most of their protein at dinner. Muscles respond better when meals are more balanced. Rule number 4, pay attention to digestion. Bloating, constipation, poor appetite, loose stools, and chewing difficulty can quietly reduce the value of healthy foods. Softer textures, soaking, grinding, and smaller portions often work better. Rule number 5, timing matters. An evening meal or snack that includes one of these seeds may support overnight recovery, but eating too close to bedtime can disturb sleep. Aim for roughly 60 to 90 minutes before bed. One more practical tip can make all of this easier. Rotate these seeds instead of forcing yourself to eat the same one every day. Sunflower one evening, pumpkin the next, hemp stirred into soup, chia soaked into a pudding, amaranth as a warm side dish. Variety keeps meals interesting and can help broaden your nutrient intake at the same time. If chewing is difficult, choose softer forms. If appetite is low, start small. Consistency matters far more than perfection. The goal is not to build a complicated routine that feels exhausting. The goal is to create simple patterns your body can actually benefit from week after week, month after month. Also, remember this. The goal is not to become a bodybuilder overnight. The goal is to preserve the strength you need for real life. The strength to stand, walk, turn, carry, lift, and steady yourself without hesitation. When you support muscle early, you also protect balance, confidence, and recovery later. That is why these small foods matter. They are not dramatic, they are not expensive, but used consistently, they may help your body hold on to the strength that helps you stay independent for years to come safely. Now let's step back and look at the bigger picture. Weakness after 75 is not always an unavoidable part of aging. In many cases, it reflects specific biological changes happening inside the body, including inflammation, reduced anabolic response, poor digestion, low appetite, mineral deficiency, and inadequate recovery. Growing research suggests that certain traditional seeds, when used consistently and correctly, may help support the body's natural repair systems and make it easier to maintain strength, balance, confidence, and independence. Imagine getting out of a chair without bracing yourself. Imagine walking farther without your legs feeling heavy. Imagine carrying groceries, climbing stairs, or opening jars with less fear. That is the real goal here. Not simply more protein on paper, but more freedom in daily life, more trust in your body, and more control over your future. Now, I'd love to hear from you. If you woke up tomorrow feeling noticeably stronger, what is the very first thing you would want to do? Walk with confidence, play with your grandchildren, stand up without pain, or simply feel like yourself again? Share your answer in the comments. I truly enjoy reading them. And if you found this helpful, please like the video and subscribe for more evidence-based natural strategies that support healthy aging and lasting strength. Most importantly, share this with someone over 75. It could make a meaningful difference in their life. Take good care of your muscles. They protect your independence every single day.